Would have been one of the orders. I didn't ask him his name. He said, we can't do anything for this guy. He said, the maggots are eating his brains out. And that's what happened. He's one that died about 8 o'clock at night, and I slept alongside him all night. Yeah, but you know, you never do here, we slept, got to sleep alongside once you got to hospital. There's no differential between English and Australian once you got into hospital. Because
did you ever...
if there was a space, that's where you went.
Yeah.
That's where you went.
Did you ever attend a funeral service in Tanbaya?
No, I never had the chance to attend a funeral service.
No.
Not one. No.
Do you remember the name of any of the chaplains that were in the camp?
No, I don't. Never met any chaplains up there.
You were
They may have given service, but I'm a bit blank on that at the moment.
Well, if I mentioned the British...
Duckworth.
Yes.
Oh yes, I did see him.
Yes.
He was dodging around, little bit of dodging around like a mad fly.
Yes.
You know, best he could.
Yeah.
What he had, you know. Yes, I remember him running around. Yeah. Yeah.
Now,
you jogged my memory a bit about Duckworth.
Well, I think he might have been the only chaplain up there.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember him. Another little story. Stone McMahon, he was a 15-stone joker. He got cholera. But Maury Machado was working at Jap Kitchen, which was lucky for so he was up on Cholera Hill, I don't know which camp it was.
That's down at Shimo Songkrai.
Yeah, Songkrai, one of those.
Yeah.
And he and Doug Wishart were on this hill, and the platform sloped a little bit, and Doug was slipping off the platform with 6 other guys or something. And now Snowy managed to pull Doug back on the platform, but the other 6 guys died. Snow McMahon and Doug Wishart survived, but at one stage, Snow McMahon was sleeping there with his blanket over his head, and they said, oh, there's another one we can carry away. And Snow McMahon told me, he said, you haven't got me yet, I'm still here. And that got a big shock. But when Doug and Snow came down to the camp after they got fit enough to come down, they used to have to eat their rice. Well, they couldn't eat the plain rice, so we used to burn it in a Dixie and make it like a piece of toasted rice, and then we would give it to them to eat. Both Doug and Snow ate their rice, vomited it up, and ate it again. And I said, that takes a lot of guts. I don't think I could have done it. But Snow used to say, home's in the bottom of the Dixie, so they used to eat it. And that's you know, that was it. Home's in the bottom of the Dixie.
Now what was
but Major Hunt told it. Major Hunt told us all that.
Yes.
Major Hunt told us all that.
Yeah.
Because Snow repeated it. Home's at the bottom of the Dixie.
Now Snow McMahon, what was his Christian name, do you know?
John. John McMahon, yeah. Yeah. He was a workshop person, still.
Yes.
Very clever brush maker. I believe he made brushes over there, little miniature sets. Brought him home, his family had them, I think they got lost. I would love to have given it to me. But, I used to do a lot of work over there. It's carpet actually, carpenter, yeah. Could
you describe an the routine of a day in Tanbaya? Could you describe what a day would have been like from when you first woke up? You know, was it daylight when the Japs woke you up, or did your own officers or NCOs wake up?
No, well, I was in one of the camps. I don't know which one it was. We were going out in the dark and coming home in the dark. And the sergeants used to touch you on the shoulder, right, come with me. They knew where you were. And I slept alongside a fella for 3 weeks, and I still don't know to this day who he is. Never saw him. He was gone, or I was gone. He was home and sleeping, and I'd come in later, or I'd be coming early and sleeping. Because you had your meal, you hit the deck, and but when the rainy season was on, we had rafters in these bamboo huts with fires down the aisles ways, so you sort of feel your way around a bit. But everybody took their shirts off, the war shirts, and hung them over the rails so that they would dry a bit. But the smoke They just, oh, they used to smell like the devil, you know, the smoke and perspiration. But you wore them all the time. Until it becomes threadbare, you couldn't wear them anymore. I had a pair of bathers, did a bit of trading. I sold my bathers for $1 or $3. Bathers for $3. I didn't sell the belt with the bathers, I sold the belt for $1 to somebody else. So I got $4 for my bathers. I probably don't know what I've done with the money, but probably canteen somewhere of some sort. Probably bought a few beans or something. Another great thing Major Hunt done up there, we all had these scabies I mentioned. And Major Hunt kept talking to the Japanese. He'd tell us, no, what I'm trying to do for you, occasionally. He said, what I'm trying to do, he said, I get a 4-gallon tin of oil and a few pounds of sulphur. I'll mix to get to the gallon and I'll get rid of all these scabies. So eventually the Japanese gave him his oil and his sulphur. We rubbed each other with this, put our hand in this big, rubbed each other, and with 3 days we're virtually cleared up all this scabies. So they're little things that happen that you don't know, you know. But sick parade, well, doctors were always there to meet us when we came in. I don't know who they were. If you're well enough, you kept going. Those a bit sick, probably malaria, or they'd go on the sick rail. And I'd look at them, 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. But I was lucky. I had 34 relapses of malaria. And I used to pray for malaria every month. And I knew I'd get 3 or 4 days off. But that was why I then we got down to, we turned back to Kamburi, and that's a very good story too, because we got back to Kamburi and H-Force had got back there before us, and Eric Wilson, he had been there a bit earlier, and they were eating duck eggs there. What's a duck egg? that was luxury. So Eric said, we walked in the cab, he said, do you want an egg? Oh, we'll have an egg. He brought about 6 duck eggs to us and gave us 1 each. Oh, they're beautiful. And of course, a duck egg is blue inside, not like our eggs. The reason they can't get poultry eggs because it's too wet for the chooks up there. Bantams live all right, but not chooks. But ducks don't. Oh, and of course, Eric knew. But if you went to Kamburi and you went to their hospital off the train, that was a death knell. If you stayed in the Kamburi camp, you got a chance to go back to Changi. And I could quote Bob Markham. He never got up with us. He got the Concorde or something like that. He finished up going back to Kamburi, and he was put in the hospital at Kamburi, dead, because he'd already had cholera. He survived that cholera, and he came back to Changi in March, April 1944, about 4 months after the original mob came up there. Barney Woodbury, I've just read part of his diary. He said, I'm in Bangkok, and I'm the only one of my unit here. I do not know how Barney got to Bangkok. He must have got tied up with some English people. So I don't know about that. So I'm going to try and sort that one out when I finish doing his diary. But